Hello everyone. This is Gurveen Kaur, Assistant Professor from Department of Management Studies. So today we are going to discuss the topic of personality, self-image and lifestyle. So basically the personality under the consumer behavior depict that what kind of personality does a person have. And as per those personality, as per the self-image, the person have his own purchase behavior, his own consumer behavior. So as per those things, the person try to purchase those things. So what is personality? The inner psychological characteristics that both determine or reflect how a person responds to his or her environment. So personality is basically how a person uh, it behaves towards the environment, it responds towards the environment, it act towards or react towards the environmental efforts. So all those things would come into the personality. Basically, it would be dealing with the psychological characteristics of a person that will show how a person is reacting towards the action which is happening towards him in his or her own environment. Next is the nature of personality. Personality reflects individual differences. No two individuals are exactly alike. So personality is consistent and enduring. Personality can change as per the life cycle and circumstances. Now, what personality is? What a personality an individual is having, it is not at all important, and it is impossible that the same personality would be with the second person also. So both the persons would be having a different personality. So what personality I am possessing, it doesn't mean my brother or my sister or my siblings, they would also have the same personality, or my husband or my friend, they would be having the same personality. No, it's not at all possible. And it is impossible that the two person would have the exactly the same personalities. Now personality is consistent and enduring. It is always consistent. It's, it keeps on enduring the things. It is consistent. It doesn't mean that you can act artificially in some environment. You can act artificially in some environment only for few days or few hours or few minutes, but ultimately you will come to your own personality. Second condition is, as per the change in the circumstances, as per the change in the surroundings, as per the change in the life cycle or the age or some circumstances or some situation, the personality can change and personality will change. So what a personality a youth is having, it doesn't mean once he's grown up, he's into his mature state, he would be having the same personality, and afterwards in his 40s and 50s he will be having same personality, and in the old age it's having same personality. So it's impossible. The personality keeps on changing with the circumstances and with the life cycles. Next, we are going to start up with the theories of the personality. So first theory is the Fredron theory. Unconscious needs or the drives are at the heart of the human motivation. Three interacting systems are the ID, superego, and ego. IT is primitive or impulsive drives. Superego are the individual internal expressions of the society model and ethical code of conduct. And ego is the individual conscious control. So that would be into the Fredron theory. Now, ID is primitive and impulsive drive, the one which is inside, what I have, what I possess in myself. So that would be the primitive one. Superego would be the individual internal expressions of the society moral or ethical code. What society is following, what are the ethics which I am following. So that would come into the superego when the individual is correlated with the society, when the individual is correlated with the ethics of the codes. Ethic codes means what is good, what is bad, what is ethical, what is unethical. I have to do this, I can't do this. Fine. So all those things would come into the ethics part and the values and the morals which a person is having. Next is the ego, individual conscious control. That is inside the individual. That is my ego. I won't do this, in which I am controlling myself. So that is the individual conscious. I am controlling my own conscious over here. Next are the non-Federian theory, personality theory. Now, social relationship are the fundamental to the formation and the development of the personality. That is CAD theory. Now, social relationship are the fundamental for the formation of the development of the personality. Means the personality is developed from the social relationship. Personality is developed from the fundamentals of the social relationship, from the society, from the people who are over there in the society. And the example is the CAD theory. Now, CAD is the compliant, then aggressive and detached individual. So here we will be talking of the three individual. Using the context of the children-parent relationship, individual can be classified into compliant individuals, aggressive individuals, and detached individuals. Now, complaint personality. What complaint personality is? The one who desire to be loved, wanted, and appreciated by others. Now, he want the attention of everyone. I need to be loved by everyone. I like a child, like a kid. He want to be loved by everyone. He must be recognized. He must be wanted by everyone. He must be appreciated by everyone. So that is the compliant theory. So when you are being desired, you are being loved, you want to be wanted over there, you need to be appreciated over there, you need to be recognized over there. So that is the theory which comes into the compliant theory. Next is the aggressive personality, the one who moves against others, competition with the others, desire to excel and win the administration. So aggressive is who always want to move ahead, leaving behind the others. So who want to excel every time, who have the desire that I will only win, no one else can win. So desire to excel. And detached theory personality, the one who move away from the others, who desire independence, self-sufficient, freedom from obligations. So he don't want win-win situation. He want that I should be independent. No one should interfere in between. No one should come over there. So I am all okay with my own self. So that comes into the detached personality, which always want himself to be all alone. So next theory is the trait theory. Quantitative approach to the personality as a set of the psychological traits. Now the single trait or the multiple trait theory. A trait, any distinguishing, relatively enduring way in which one individual differs from the another individual. Now what traits are? A single trait or the multiple traits? So we, many times we have a common phrase that he is a multi-trait person. He is a trait, he is having such and such traits in him. So all those traits, all those features, all those personalities which a person is possessing, that would come into the trait theory. Now trait may be, what kind of traits are there and what are the characteristics of the person with those traits are. Extroversion, very talkative, enjoying being in the large group, and hate being alone. So these are the person who always want to be surrounded by many other people. So they want to remain in a group. They are very talkative, keep on talking. They have, they enjoy the life like anything. So those people are known as the extroversions. Then instability, very moody, touchy. So that is temperamental. So with the passage of the time, the moods keep on changing. He is very touchy kind of thing. Very soon he get emotions. Very soon he means he or she is a kind of a person who we never know when his mood will change. So the change of the mood swings are very much over there. Then agreeableness, very sympathetic, polite, and kind to others. Very sympathetic, very politely, very quietly he talks to the other people. Openness to experience, that is innovative. Want to experience new things every time. Find new solutions to the problems. Love art and is imaginative. So keep on imagining the things. Then consciousness, very careful, efficient, and precious. So he is very careful about the things. He is very conscious. He is very efficient for doing the things. So these are the 5 trait models, 5 factor models upon which the different characteristics of the persons are being defined. So these are the traits upon which the different people are having different types of the features or the characteristics. Further, under the trait theory, there is a term consumer materialism. So the extent to which a person is concerned materialistic. So we say that that person is very materialistic. Keep on thinking about the products only. Keep on thinking about money only. Keep on thinking about the material only. He is having no emotions, but a very materialistic person. Next is the fixed consumption behavior, consumer fixation on certain product or the category of the product, want to purchase that product again and again. So they are fixed to a particular category of the products. Then compulsive consumption behavior, addictive or out of control consumption. Like the people, they are very addicted to cigarettes. People, they are very addicted to alcohol. People are very addicted to caffeine. So these are the people who are very compulsive consumption behavior, who are having a compulsive consumption behavior. So they don't have the control over the consumption of that particular kind of product. So they are addicted to that. So that was related to the trait theory, which is having a different kind of the traits upon which the person is behaving as per the traits a person is following. Next is consumer innovativeness. The degree to which the consumers are receptive to the new products, new services, or new practices. So those who are likely to be the first to try new products, services, and the practices. So consumer innovativeness is basically a concept which is for those people who are the very one who want to be the very first person to consume the product which is newly launched in the market. Any movie which is first launched, so there are many people who go for the first day, first show. So they are the consumer innovativeness. Then there may be one product which is launched in the market. They want to be the very first person to try that product or to consume new things or to taste the new things. So these are the people, they are known as the consumer innovativeness. Now these consumer innovativeness people, these consumer innovative people are those people who want to use those products at the very first instance, and they want to make the opinion for the same, and they want to tell the same to the people. Now consumer innovators are likely to score lower on dogmatism, personality linked behavior, level of rigidity, score high on the need of the uniqueness because they want to be unique. They are using the product on the very first time, have higher optimum stimulation level, have higher need for the sensation seeking and variety seeking behavior. So they have the higher sensation for seeking the high kind of behavior and variety of behavior together. Consumer materialism, possession seen as for one's identity. Materialistic people value acquire and showing of possessions. So I have that product, I have Apple Watch, I have Apple phone, I have Apple iPad. So means I have an iPad. So that is showing off the possession. I have this and this, I have this and this, I have this and this. So I'm telling about all those things which I am possessing. So I'm showing off my possession over there. So because it is considered that that kind of person is known as the materialistic person. Are particularly self-centered and selfish. They are very selfish kind of people. Seek lifestyle full of possessions. Keep on telling you things that I have such and such things in my possession. I have this car, I have this, gadgets, I have this brand clothes, I have this phone. Have many possessions that do not lead to the greater happiness. They have the things, but they don't have the happiness about the same. So this comes into the consumer materialistic. Next are the consumer ethnocentrism. Now, ethnocentrism consumer feels it is wrong to purchase the foreign made product. So I am Indian, I will purchase the product which is of India only. So nationalistic theme is the basic theme for them. So I will stress upon the national products only, national themes only. So I am not going to purchase any kind of foreign made products. So these people would come to be the ethnocentrism or anthrocentric consumers. Brand personality. So brand personality is dealing with those kind of people who are brand conscious, fine, who depict themselves to be very brand conscious. I am going to wear this brand only, I am going to possess this brand only. So the personality of that person is related, is like the trait associated with the brands. So brand has different brands have their different personalities. Some brands are known for their safety kind of thing, some brands are known for their freshness kind of thing, some brands are known for their performance kind of thing, some brands are known for their average kind of thing. So likewise the brand also have their own personality like the human people have. So the brands which are depicting their traits with associated with the brands is known as the personality, that is the brand personality. So we will be talking of personality like traits associated with the brands like Volvo. It's known as the safety. It's known for its safety. Purdue, it's known for its freshness. Nike, it is the sports one. So it is known for the athlete. BMW, they are known for the performance. Levi's 501, dependent and rugged. So they are being very, the jeans kind of thing, the Levi's, the denims, they all are into the hard part of things. So these brands, these are the few brands. There are many number of brands who have their different brand personalities. So let's talk of the framework of the brand personality. Now, brand personality is further divided into the 5 parts: sincerity, extreme, excitement, competency, sophistication, and ruggedness. So the sincerity would down to earth, honest, wholesome, cheerful. Excitement, daring, spirit, imaginative, up to date. Then competency, reliable, intelligent, successful. Sophisticated would be the upper class and the charming one. And rigid would be outdoorsy and tough, very tough, rough and tough kind of thing. So these are the different personalities which a brand personality may have. So 5 personalities are there, 5 brand personalities are there, which are divided into their further features over here. Then the colors and their association. So what does the color depict for the different associations with the and the marketing applications? So blue color, command respect, authority, men seek product packed in blue. Yellow, caution, novelty, temporary, warmth. Register fast, may be seen as weak kind of thing. Then green, secure, natural, relaxed or easygoing, living things, suits vegetable based foods items, and color of the TD Camera Trust, TD Canada Trust. So that is an example they have given for it. Then red, that is human, exciting, hot, passionate, strong, make the product seem rich. Women prefer blush red, while the men prefer the yellowish red. So that is into the color which is being suited for the different things. Brown, informal, relaxed, muscleless, related to the nature. Men prefer product packed in brown. White, goodness, purity, charity, cleanliness, suggest low in calories, pure and wholesome. Black, sophistication, power, authority, mystery, good for the high-tech electronics, provide a sense of class. Silver, gold, platinum, regal, wealth, stability, suggest the premium prices. So these are how the colors they are associated, and how the colors they have their own association and they have their own traits for the same, and how these colors are being represented in the market. Next, the personality and the marketing strategy. Identify the relevant personality traits. So we need to identify what traits does the market suits. Now what the market is talking about: target consumers with the relevant personality traits, develop promotional messages that appeal to the consumer with the specific personality traits, then develop a personality for a brand. So we need to develop a brand personality. We need to develop what kind of relevant trait does a person is having. So that would be dealing with how a market is considering the different brands and different personalities. Self and self-image. So self-image is a person's perception of his or herself. What I think about myself, that is my self-image. What my perception is for myself. So that would be dealing with the self-image. People have multiple selves, different self in the different situations. So I will be having a different self in different kind of situation. In different circumstances, my way of behaving, my way of thinking, my way of dealing would be different. Different self-image, actual self-image, ideal self-image, ideal social self-image, and expected self-image. Now, actual self-image is how you see yourself. So that is how I perceive myself. Ideal self-image, what you would like to see yourself, what I want that I should be. Actual self-image is what I am. Ideal self-image is what I want to be, what I would think that I should be seen as. Social self-image, how you think others see you. What I feel that how people think about me, how people feel about me. Ideal social self-image is how would you like that the other should see you. How I would like to be that other would see me. So that would be into the form of the ideal social self-image. Then expected self-image, how you expect to be in the future, what I will be in the future. Or to self, the qualities that you think you should possess. Now these are the qualities which I think I don't have, but I should possess in myself. So these are the different 6 concepts which are related to the self-image. Now possession act of the self extension, by allowing the person to do the things that otherwise would be very difficult. Now we need to do all those things which would have been happening, but it would have been very difficult. By making a person feel better, by conferring the status or the rank, by bestowing feelings of the immorality and enjoying the magical power. So if I have some magical power, I would have done that. So that is my self extension. I want that these things would have been happened with me, or I should have been ranked as per those things. The sample items for extended self-image, self-services. My dash hold a special place in my life. So my father, my mother. My dash is the center to my identity. I feel emotionally attached to my dash. So this is all related to my self. So that is related to the self-service which is happening over there. So there may be the agree or disagree scales are also used in these kind of things. So there may be different kind of different perceptions which will be related to the self of a person, which is dealing with the self personality. Next is altering the self image. If actual and the ideal self image are different, consumers may use the product to alter their self. So personality, vanity, self-interest or admiration for one's own appearance and the achievement. So altering the self-images, if the actual and the ideal self-image are different. Now what is actual, what I am, and what is ideal, that what I want to be. If these two things are different, then the consumer may use the product to alter their self. So I may use those products which will alter my self-image. So alternation would be there. It will be a variation with both the things. Now that would be only and only when the actual and the ideal self-image would be different. Now personality, vanity would be the self-interest or the admiration for one's own appearance and achievement. I want to use those products, I want to wear those products, I want to have those kind of product by which I may seek appreciation from the people, in which I may be feeling to be very, I may feel a feeling of an achievement kind of thing, that I have achieved that kind of thing. So that would come into the personality, vanity. Now internet inside, that is the virtual self. Online individual have an opportunity to try on the different personalities. Virtual personality may result in the different purchase behavior. For example, if I want to purchase the specs, so I will put my image over there and I will use different frames, that what suits me. So whatever suits me, I will try those things over there. Whatever suits me, I'm going to purchase that kind of product. So virtual personality is over there. The virtual personality is being resulted over there, according to which my purchase behavior will keep on changing. Next is the self-concept and the marketing strategy. Use the self-concept for segmentation and positioning. Market to the consumer's actual and the ideal self-image depends upon the nature of the product. Promote the product as the way of altering and extending the self-image. So that would be dealing with the actual self-image or the self-concept of the person. So the consumer with the actual or the ideal self-image, they depends upon the nature of the product. So what is the nature of the product that they are using, and it will be extended to the self-image or the alteration of the self-image. Lifestyle and the psychographics. Psychographic segmentation, the segmenting consumers on the basis of their activity, interest, and opinion. So we are going to segment the product or the consumer on the basis of the achievement, on the basis of the interest, what they like, what they don't like, and what is their opinion. Psychographic and demographic profiles, so that will be dealing with the psychology of the person and the place where those persons are living. So that would be the demographic profile. Geodemographic segmentation, that would be dealing with how a person is dealing in a particular kind of thing. So that would be into the geodemographic. Next is the lifestyle and the market segmentation. Use the lifestyle for segmenting and positioning. Positioning of the product, segmenting of the product, in which segment that product lies upon, in which segment the consumers lie upon. Develop the media campaign based on the consumer life cycle. So we need to maintain the campaign which will be dealing with the consumer life cycle kind of thing. So that would be developed by the media campaigns. This will be dealing with the segmenting of the product and the positioning of the product. Now, segmenting, where we are going to put a product in a different segment. And further, it would be dealing with the positioning at what position, what is the perception that at which position the product lie upon. So what is the perception related to that?